Hello HEMA friends and welcome to this new video. Today I want to briefly talk about cutting practice and the objectives you may set yourself while practicing this fun and quite relaxing part of your HEMA training. We can easily agree on one simple thing. Cutting practice is useful to feel how cutting through something is like, and this is by far the objective number one of everyone's cutting practice. The second goal after the first few successful cuts is of course consistency in the execution of a proper cut from a given position. Personally speaking, I am not obsessed with perfecting my actions. I just want, at this point of my training at least, to make them reliable. During your search for consistency, you will start to notice many different tiny particulars that can be improved during or before your cutting practice. And the first one, funny enough, is not about you. In fact, one of the main things needed to improve cutting is a decent sharpening of your blade. So try to search around the tube for videos or try to find some book or a friend which can teach you about sharpening. This is, paradoxically enough, the first goal which you may need to achieve while working over the quality of your cutting performance. While cutting with your properly sharpened sword, you will get access to better and clearer feedbacks. The first one is the edge alignment, which is quite easy as a concept and I bet that many of you are already familiar with it. Basically, the goal is to align the edge properly to cut through the target in a smooth way, and to keep the edge aligned through the whole cut. While talking about edge alignment, you start to get more consistent in your performance, you may start noticing that you have still variations in the average quality of your cuts. This is the point to look for other things to improve, like the proper timing to extend the arms and the position of the arms themselves. It is important to get to the ideal extension of the arms before entering the target. That's, for example, one of my main goals at the moment, one of the things I'm trying to improve the most. While reaching a decent level of performance in your basic cuts, you can start adding things to make your cutting practice more connected with your fencing. In fact, cutting practice in and of itself is not that relevant if not connected to the actual actions you put out during your sparring sessions. So try to start replicating the pattern of your actions, while paying attention this time on the final act of cutting. A few days ago, some people on Instagram questioned the realism of some of the actions you're watching right now. And to be honest, they were right in a sense, because it is hard to replicate instantly with 100% realism a sparring action during your cutting practice. First and foremost because you're not facing a real opponent, so you don't feel the need to feint or beat or parry. And second, because the goal switches from a more general hit him to a more demanding, properly cut through it while talking about the final technique. By changing the ending goal of our technique, the focus in our mind changes too, and we get a little bit more clumsy in the preparation of our action. I mean, that's why we train it in the first place, right? While trying out your actions during the cutting practice, you will be able to understand how well, how much and from where you will be able to cut properly. This, if you want to develop a somewhat quote-unquote realistic fighting method related to hurting, maiming the opponent kind of context, is extremely useful. Very good people, just a couple of words on cutting practice with some of my own training footage. I hope you enjoyed it. And remember that if you want to help this channel keep going, you can drop a sub to it or join my Patreon community. Link in the description. You will end up finding a huge amount of exclusive contents there in exchange for your kindness. Thanks for watching people and, as always, see you next time.